Pag gusto daw mag-asawa ng AFAM, kasi gusto makaangat sa kahirapan.
Yes.
Anong thoughts and prayers mo dyan?
Hindi naman ako umangat. So, when you are in Europe, when you hear an Asian person marrying, their family, they think na kukunin mo yung pera nila. Sabi ko nga, sana nga may pera eh. Wala namang pera. Ang dami pang salita. Ayun ang nakakainis, di ba? Sana may totoong gold to dig. Wala ka lang ang gold, arte-arte mo pa. Ayoko kasi ng mga AFAM dito sa Pilipinas.
Bakit? Ipaliwanag mo yan, Natalie Hart.
Kasi masyadong mayabang yung mga AFAM dito. Feeling nila, ang dami nilang mga babae. Ang dami nilang options. Yun yung pinaka-hate ko dito. Hindi ka nila seseryosohin. Parang gusto lang nila makikipaglaro lang sila sa inyo. Yung mga expert na mga foreigner na AFAM dito, ang lalandi nila. I really think that's why Filipina girls are looking for love elsewhere. It's because pag 30 years old ka na, wala ka ng value dito.
And yung napangasawa mo talaga, AFAM din.
AFAM din.
AFAM magnet ka.
I think so too. May nakadate naman ako mga Pilipino. And magaling naman din sila.
May sinasabi sila pag mga East Asian maliliit ang Hindi siya totoo, ha?
Talagang
Saka may mga mga dila din naman, may mga fingers.
I love it. Oo. Yung mga
hindi naman
ganon.
lahat lagi dun sa size ng
Oo,
diba?
hindi naman yun lang yung ginagamit, Day. Marami tayong, equipment.
Apparatus.
Yes, equipment. Correct.
Think, talk, tea.
Hello everyone! Thank you so much for watching, and although it might seem like mahaba ang aming show, we encourage you to use our episode as your background audio while you are doing other things. Habang kayo ay nagdadrive, nagko-commute, naglilinis ng bahay, naglalaba, nagluluto, naghuhugas ng pinggan, habang kayo ay naliligo, bago matulog, while you are doing your schoolwork, while you are working, and feel free to binge watch our previous episodes as well and get ready to be inspired, informed, and entertained. And thank you so much for watching once again. Mabuhay! Hello everyone! Welcome na naman sa isang pasabog na episode ng Think Talk Tea. And I am your host, Corinne Kim. Thank you guys for joining us, lalo na sa mga kababayan natin from all over the world. Let us know in the comment section kung saan kayong bahagi ng mundo galing because we would love to hear and parang i-shout out ang mga taga-iba-ibang bahagi ng mundo. And of course, kahit sa Pilipinas, kung tagasan kayo, hello, what's up? And today, this topic is very close to my heart. As you know, ako rin po ay asawa ng isang foreigner. And today, we will be talking about all things AFAM because we are joined by actress, host, and cast member of the new show, AFAM Wives Club on iWant. Please welcome in the Think Talk Tea studio, Natalie Hart!
Thank you! Hi guys! Hello po!
Yes, Nat. Bati ka naman sa mga kababayan natin.
Magandang umaga o gabi sa inyo. I'm Natalie Hart and thank you for watching us. I'm so excited to be here today.
Alam mo, sorry, ang ganda talaga niya. Ang ganda mo talaga. Ano hindi?
Ano lang yan?
Hindi?
Magandang tulog lang. Yay!
Grabe. Alam mo, parang sana all talaga yung ganyan kaganda. Pero kasi you're half Filipina and half
Australian.
Mm-hmm. So marami talaga siyang ambag sa usapang AFAM.
Mm-hmm.
Natalie, bago tayo magsimula sa mga experiences and everything, gusto muna nating i-identify, i-describe or i-characterize ano ba talaga ang AFAM. Kasi di ba ang AFAM, a foreigner assigned in Manila, yun yung totoo niyang ibig sabihin.
Yes.
Pero ano ba talaga ang AFAM ngayon?
Kasi akala ng mga tao pag AFAM, puting asawa. Like Amerikano, Australiano, British. AFAM is for everything. Either Chinoy, Korean, Malaysian, Indonesian, whatever it is an AFAM. So kung the fact na lumabas ka ng Pilipinas, kung nakakuha ka ng lalaki, jowa, asawa, that's an AFAM. Yun yung hindi masyadong alam ng mga netizens, no? So yun lang yun. So parang, especially with our show, it's such a big topic kasi parang yung mga Pilipina, gusto nila ng magkaroon ng asawang AFAM. And hindi nila naintindihan na, yung when we were at the show, ang daming AFAM doon na iba-iba. May black, may Chinese,
Sa
may
show nyo?
Korean, yes, may black. And yun, all of the above. So, para lang alam ng mga viewers natin.
So, hindi siya ibig sabihin na kailangang assigned in Manila. Di ba kasi yun yung dati, doon talaga siya nag-start nung 90s pa ata, na dapat, alam yung mga expats dito, na parang dito sila nagkatrabaho. So, kahit sa ibang, parang nag-iba na yung meaning niya, ibig sabihin.
In some ways, na parang yes, it has to be assigned in the Philippines. Pero, basta nandito yung foreigner, AFAM na yun.
Paano pag nakilala mo siya sa Hong Kong?
Ikaw yung AFAM.
Ay!
Ikaw yung AFAM kasi ikaw yung bagong salta doon. Ganon.
Wait.
I mean, AFAM, sorry. But of course, syempre, Filipino yun. Pero, ikaw na yung foreigner sa kanila kasi ikaw na yung bagong salta doon. Basta, as long na nandito sa Pilipinas, AFAM yun.
Pero paano pag kunyari, babae? Tapos lalaki yung Pinoy. AFAM din yung babae?
Ayun lang. Yun lang kailangan kong i-research yan.
Okay, oo.
Di ba ang hirap, di ba?
Di ba? Let us know on the comments Pag yung kunyari Pinoy na lalaki nakapangasawa ng babaeng foreigner, AFAM ba yung babae? Yun.
Oo, AFAM yung babae.
AFAM yung babae?
Oo, AFAM yung babae. Yes, oo.
May babaeng mga AFAM pala, no?
Oo.
Wow. Okay, so malinaw, kahit Asian yan, kahit Middle Eastern yan, kahit African sila, basta foreigner na nasa Pilipinas, AFAM. Okay, at least malinis tayo. Malinis. At least malinaw tayo dito.
Yeah.
And ikaw, syempre, kita-kita mo naman, hindi ka nga mukhang Pinay.
Ako, product ng AFAM.
Yes!
Yes, yun na yun. So, I am the best description for that. Kasi my mom is Filipina. Pure Filipina. Tapos my father is British-Australian. But I'm Australian. So, yun.
What do you mean you're Australian? Or
yung citizenship.
Hindi ka Pinay.
Filipina rin ako. Filipina, Australian, dual. Kasi pwede naman dual sa amin.
Yes. So, you have a foreigner na tatay, and nanay mo Pinay. So, yung nanay mo, technically, naka-AFAM din siya.
Naka-AFAM din siya.
Ay!
Oo.
Tapos, lumaki ka sa
Pilipinas. I grew up sa probinsya, na San Pedro, Laguna.
Malapit lang naman sa Manila ang San Pedro.
Probinsya. Kaya nga.
Baka probinsya naman to.
Kaya nga. So, it's around, siguro, malapit lang siya talaga. Sa Makati, parang 45 minutes, andun ka na. Tapos, and then I grew up in Mandaluyong, sa Manila, sa tatay ko. Kasi my dad lived in the Philippines. Nung nakapangasawa siya ng Pilipina, dito na siya tumira sa Pilipinas.
Pero so nung nasa Laguna kayo, hindi nyo kasama yung tatay nyo?
Naghiwalay na sila ni mama. Tapos, pero that's fine kasi ganun talaga ang buhay. Ang dami kong kapatid. I have 9 siblings. 9 siblings, yeah. Pero yung buo doon, 4.
Yung sa nanay tsaka sa tatay
ko, 4.
So, 4 kayong half?
So yeah, 4 kami may half. Pero buo sa nanay at tatay ko.
Yes. Pero may half Filipina, half Australian.
Yes.
Tapos yung tatay mo, may iba pang anak.
Yes, opo.
Na full Australian.
Na half Filipina din.
Ay.
May may something, 'di ba? Mahilig yung dad ko sa Asian
fields.
Oo.
Aesthetics, ganyan.
Oo. Na-excite siya. Oh my God. It's okay.
Wala pa tayo 10 minuto, nasa excitement na tayo sa mga Asian fields dito, Natalie. So, kamusta ang buhay mo sa Laguna growing up? Siyempre, pag mga ganyan na itsurahan, di ba, kahit sa probinsya, parang isasalang ka agad, news ka agad sa school. Di ba? Sa barangay pageant, sa mga municipality, ikaw talaga lagi yung Reyna Elena.
Yeah, tinapon ako sa Reyna Elena, tinapon din ako sa Muse sa school. And then, doon na parang when I was 12, 13, sabi nila, uy, medyo hawig mo si Jackie Lu Blanco. And then, sabi ko, okay. Tapos parang nagsabi sila sa akin, dapat mag-VTR ka. Tapos ang ginawa ko noon, iniipon ko yung baon ko. Kasi parang 20 o 30 pesos a day. Iniipon ko yon para pumunta ako ng Makati para mag-VTR. Tapos a-absent ako ng 1 beses lang. Para, yun nga, mag-audition. Tapos, sinabi ko na lang sa nanay ko, nalaman niya kasi tumawag yata yung school or something. Or nakita niya nung ma-absent ako. Pero nung umabsent ako, may napuntahan naman yung pag-a-absent ko. I was trying to audition in Star Magic and Starstruck. And buti naman, may napuntahan yung lakwatsa ko. Actually, hindi siya lakwatsa eh. Ano siya eh, parang at that point, akala nila I was a black sheep of the family. But I was doing something na I wanted to make money. At a very young age, at 15.
When you were growing up ba, I don't know how to ask, but did you live comfortably or was it a hard life?
We all had, we were on public, not public school. We were on private school. All of us. Lahat
Okay,
kami,
okay.
we have a house, and we were eating 3 times a day. So there's
Komportable naman.
very comfortable talaga. Buong pamilya ko. So, pero syempre parang, there was something, hindi naman dahil komportable ka, hindi ibig sabihin, relax ka na lang eh. May isa talaga doon na wanted more. And I really wanted more.
So, dahil produkto ka ng isang multicultural household,
Mm-mm.
kahit naghiwalay yung parents mo, meron bang part ng paglaki mo na parang Australian din?
I think, yes, kasi minsan talaga parang pag galit ako, talagang sasabihin ko talaga sa'yo. And I think, di ba mga Pilipina, usually with my mom, mananahimik tayo or, we're gonna be submissive. Pero sa akin talaga, I'm really just very direct. Parang, what you see is what you get. And siguro dun ko nakuha yung ugali ng tatay ko na pag galit ka, bam! Ganun agad. Yung sasabihin mo agad na hindi ka magtitimpe. Pero it's also a very bad thing. Pero siguro now that I'm a lot older, I can control my emotions. Syempre, may anak na rin ako.
Right, right. And then lumipat ka with your dad nung mga 13 ka na sa Mandaluyong.
Yeah.
How was it naman living with your father? Siyempre, ito na, Australian na yung kasama mo sa bahay.
It was nice kasi parang I wanted to be with both of my parents. I wanted to, grow up with them. And syempre, iba yung style ng mom ko with parenting, and also my father was very different with that. Dad ko very relaxed, chill, bahala ka sa buhay mo. And my mom is very, kailangan mag-aral ka, kailangan magaling ka sa school, kailangan very demanding with things. Kasi, lalo na sa Pilipinas, you know how Philippines can get, na parang, ang dami-daming, yun nga lang, pag magtatrabaho ka lang sa mall, di ba may age requirement? So
At
parang,
may 4-year course requirement.
Oo, so parang yun yung kinukulit ng nanay ko na dapat matalino ka, kailangan makapagtapos ka and everything.
Pero nung lumipat ka sa tatay mo, kasama mo rin yung mga ibang mga kapatid?
Hindi.
Ikaw
So parang,
lang.
ako lang yung wanted to try it. Kasi parang, ganun talaga siguro ang mga babae.
Ikaw lang ang babae sa inyo?
Ako lang yung babae sa 4. So,
wow!
yeah. So, 3 yung kapatid kong lalaki. So, parang I really wanted to, live with my father. Kasi parang I think, as a daughter, kailangan ma-feel nila na may tatay sila.
I think even as a son, kailangan ma-feel nila may tatay.
Kailangan din. Yeah.
Nag-artista rin sila?
No, they live in Australia.
Ay, they live in Australia
Yeah,
na. Pero
Sydney.
gwapo rin siguro yung mga yun, no? Hindi sila nag-try dito sa Manila mag-artista.
No, kasi ako, hindi rin naman kasi, actually, they know how difficult it is to be an artist. Hindi talaga siya madali. Even though yung sinasamahan nila ako dati sa shooting, sabi nila, nakakapagod tong ginagawa mo.
Nakakapagod talaga.
And it really is, you really have to have a very tough skin to be in this industry. Yeah.
Yan ang hindi alam ng mga tao eh.
Yes.
Kala nila puro ganda-ganda lang.
Hindi.
Yung puyat, no?
Yung puyat, yung pasensya mo, tapos yung pakikisama mo sa tao.
Tsaka even yung physical requirement ng pag-artista, yung okay, cut, take, next take, okay, next angle. Hindi alam ng mga tao yun na ang daming takes ha, pag
Very
nagsushoot
demanding.
Very
Minsan
physically demanding siya.
Iniisip ko nga dapat na lang, nag-nurse na lang ako. Alam mo yung something, doktor na lang ako, tapos na.
Nurse.
Alam ko, kasi my brother is a nurse, pero parang iniisip ko, sana na lang, ganun na lang ginawa ko. But the thing is, I'm so invested in this. If I'm not gonna be an artista, I would like to be a producer. I would like to do things. So, or maybe a writer someday. But parang it's so difficult coming from a creative mind to go to a different job na parang yung parehas pa ulit-ulit, nakakapagod. I think with our jobs, it's so much fun. Especially with you also, you would understand me.
Very
Na
fun.
parang it's nice to kind of create something out of nowhere.
It's very fun. Tiring, but if it's something that you love to do, Mrs. Isip mo, trabaho ba talaga to? Parang naglalaro lang ako. Alam mo yun?
I feel like I'm playing sometimes.
Exactly, diba? I think, pero it has to be something that you love to do. Ang problema sa showbiz feeling ko, yung politika kasi.
Yes, oo, nakakainis. Dapat palakasan kasi, diba?
Tsaka pasipsipan, no? Yung pa-showbizan talaga.
Ako, hindi ako showbiz kasi. So, for me, even though I'm in showbiz, never ako yung sisip-sip sa tao. Wala akong pakialam. So, parang, but I think, in some way, sisip-sip ka sa mga taong tumutulong sa'yo. For example, let's say may stylist ka na or may makeup artist ka na minsan tinutulungan ka, extra mile na hindi nagpapabayad, ganyan. Nakakatuwa yung ganon. Yun, tutulungan ko talaga yun. Magsisip-sip ako doon, regaluhan ko yun. Because they're doing something for you. Pero yung mga taong, Diyos ko dahil, wala namang kwenta. My God. You know? Yes.
Saka marami rin sa showbiz yung no? Yung parang, kala mo bait-baitan. Pag-cut, hindi alam ng mga, ang dami nilang fans.
Yeah.
Kasi, bait-baitan eh.
Yeah.
Pero behind the scenes, parang, maldita.
Sarap mong kurutin,
Diba?
doy. Yes, marami ako nakatrabaho ng
Dami
ganyan.
ganyan.
Itago na lang natin sa pangalang Black.
Ay!
Joke lang. Joke lang,
So eventually, nag-showbiz ka at what age?
Kasi patigil-digil din ako because I was studying also and I started I think 16, 17.
Grabe, minor de edad.
16, 17, tapos...
Kasi ang ganda mo kasi talaga.
No, hindi. Tapos, 16, 17 years old. Then I stop around 20, mga ganyan. 20 years old. Then bumalik ako ng 23. Tapos, 23, I started again.
Ba't ka
Parang
nag-stop
ganun.
ng 3 taon? Anong ginawa mo?
Wala lang. Parang I didn't really... was not interested na. Kasi parang I was in a different age na parang 21 to 23. Hindi na ako mukhang bata nung time na yon. Tapos parang they were trying to put me in kiddie shows.
Kiddie shows?
Oo, sabi ko, my God, ano bang itsura ko dahil? Ang tanda ko na 23 is, parang ganon. And tsaka malandi ako dati. Mahilig ako mag-corset.
Dati lang ba talaga?
Medyo pa rin. Pero kasi syempre, iba na pag tumanda na, may anak na. So parang, dati gimmickera ako and everything. So parang I stopped for a while. Tapos I had a name change kasi.
That's what I wanted to ask. Kasi when you started, what was your name?
My name was Princess Nell.
Because that's your real name.
That's my real name in my passport.
Kasi ang ganda, mukha ka talagang princess.
No!
Hindi ako makamove on kasi ang ganda talaga niya.
Yeah, princess talaga yung name ko sa passport ko. Tapos
Princess Snell.
Snell.
Yun talaga yung papaliw ng tatay mo, Snell talaga.
Yes.
Okay. Tapos, nung nagpalit ka, at what point? Ilang taon ka nagpalit ng...
Parang I think I was 23 years old.
Nung nagbalik showbiz ka
Balik
na.
showbiz. We were talking about it. I was 22 years old, trying to go back to showbiz. Tapos parang sabi nila, sige, gawin ko next year, whatever. And then I had a manager, Tito Leo, who passed away. Sabi niya sa akin, I don't like your name. It doesn't...
The Princess Snell.
Yeah, it doesn't suit you. And I want you to do mature roles na ayoko nung pabebe ka na. And then we decided Natalie suits me in terms of my face.
Right.
And then we just went, went for that name. Yun na lang.
Bakit mo naman naisip na tawagin ng sarili mong Natalie Hart without an E?
Ewan ko sa kanya. Siya yun eh. Siya talaga. So I went with it na parang, you're gonna be Natalie Hart now. And you have to call yourself Natalie every day. Parang every day, parang for 2 months, wala akong project, wala akong work. For 3 months, I was calling myself Natalie. If I go out, meet people, what's your name? Natalie.
Starbucks. Ano pong name nyo?
Natalie. No, kainis. But it's so funny because I've been using that name for 10 years now. Not for my work, pero I've been using it kasi nga, he kind of molded me to be Natalie before we started using the name Natalie. So, parang I'm so used to using Natalie now. I don't even use my real name.
So, pag tinawag ka, Princess, hindi ka humaharap?
May harap ako, sabi ko, sino kaya tong kamag-anak kong to? My God, sino to? Ayokong tumingin.
Sino to kaklase ko ng 4th year high school sa Laguna?
Sinong pinsan to yung hihingi sa akin ng pera?
Oh.
Ayoko na. Please. Ayun ganon. Pero pag Natalie, okay.
Wala ka bang nickname ng bata ka? Princess talaga?
Tibo.
Huh?
Yeah. I was parang Tibo kasi I had 3 brothers. So, Tibuli, tawag nila sa akin.
Boyish ka ba nung araw?
Very boyish. Baliktad nga yung itsura ko ngayon and who I was when I was a kid, when I was growing up, talagang parang lesbian. T-shirt, mayabang.
Short hair?
Kumusta ka na? Hindi naman, pero like something like this. Tapos parang lagi ako nakabangs.
May issue ka ba sa mga bangs? Bakit may issue ka sa mga...
No, I loved it. I love it so much. Pero kasi, nung time na yun, I was trying to fit in with my brothers. So,
bunso ka bang babae nila?
I was second.
Okay.
Yeah, tapos parang yun nang parang, ang tawag nila sa akin, Tibo. And then, finally, tinigil na nila yung Tibo nung nag-high school na ako na, medyo nagkakaroon na ako ng love letters.
Saka may
ganyan.
mens ka na.
Yes, oo.
At saka Princess Tibo, nakakatawa yung from Princess to Tibo.
Tsaka, super tsaka niya talaga.
Pero hindi mo naman, wala ka namang inclination na gano'n growing up.
No naman, wala naman akong inclination na parang na I wanted to be,
But you were
both
attracted to,
bi.
yeah.
But my first crush was a girl. My first
Shout out, anong pangalan?
Nakalimutan ko na rin. Actually, to be honest, my first crush, yung talagang na I was infatuated for like a month, was a woman. And a girl. I mean, not a woman, a girl. Kasi high school kami nun eh.
High school, oo.
So, pero nung time na may pumansin na sa aking boy, syempre,
Ay,
I
wala.
love it.
Naging princess na siya.
Naging princess na ako, hindi na ako tibo. Yes.
So going back to your showbiz career, when you went back, when you were 23, palit na yung pangalan mo, di ba? Ano naman yung nagbago sa experiences mo? Kasi 'di ba, nung mas bata ka, yun nga, nag-starstruck ka.
Bebe. It was fun actually. Going through that, parang nadisiplina talaga ako. It was very difficult kasi dati wala namang rules na matatapos kayo ng ganitong oras. Sa amin kung bahala na matapos kayo ng 24 hours, 26 hours.
36?
Yes, sometimes, yes. And hindi nila alam kung gaano kahirap yung pinagdadaanan namin that time. Na kala nila it's all glitz and glamour. It is not at all. Tapos magkano lang sweldo namin noon? Like 3K a week. Yeah, ganon. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Yung nagsisimula talaga kami, kailangan nyo ng pamasahe, pangkain, everything. So parang it looks so good in, TV.
On paper, it looks good. But
pero ang sweldo lang namin noon, 3,000 a week. Paano mo magkakasya yun dati?
Anong show to?
Secret. Oo, ganon. So parang, but it was okay because it's your starting ground, no?
Yeah,
Lahat naman talaga ng tao kailangan nila magsimula sa maliit. And for me, that was it. Like, hindi naman kasi ako artista that time. All of us were not artista. So,
ano kayo nun? Parang talent?
Talents.
Yung mga parang
yung
taumbahan?
Sa show. Yeah, sa show. So parang we were starting the show. Tapos ang dami-dami namin. Pero it was really our, para lang may mapuntahan kami, para mabook kami and everything.
Gets. When we return, I wanted to ask, kasi syempre, from nung bumalik ka na nga sa showbiz as Natalie Hart, nag-sexy ka na.
Yes.
And, sexy talaga.
Yes, oh my God.
Sexy talaga. So we will find out what was your experience like doing that. And of course, more things about all things AFAMS. Magbabalik po ng Think Talk. Hi everyone! Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please make sure to give us a like, share this video, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to our channel. So when you went back to showbiz nung mga 23, 20-something ka na, you decided you and your manager parang conscious decision na magsisexy ka. Ano yung mga kailangang transition na ginawa mo para from makalimutan ka nila as Princess Nell na maging Natalie Hart ka?
Talaga, I had this independent film na si Joel Lamangan yung director namin.
Oh, shout out to Direct Joel
Yes,
Lamangan.
and yung binasa ko yung script, akala ko yung fake lang na hubad na. Yung parang, ganun. Nung time na nagsushooting na kami, tanggalin mo yung bra mo! I'm like, huh?
Doon lang nalaman?
Doon ko lang naramdaman na doon ko lang, and I really cried in the toilet. I was parang, mahagulgul ako. Sabi ko, oh my God, ayong mag-porn. I don't want to be a porn actress. I want to be a real actress. Why would I do this? And everything. And Direct Joel sat me down. Do you think I'm a porn director? and I said, no. Pero I was answering him, no, I am not. And of course, I know you're not. But it's my first time and I don't know what to do. Ganyan, umiiyak ako. And then parang pinahinga niya ako ng isang oras. And then parang yung kinausap nila ako na, look, you've accepted this job, this role. But the role, you have to, do a love scene. And the love scene, it's not real, of course. Pero yung tatanggalin mo yung bra mo, it has to look real.
So nagpakita ka talaga ng dede?
Oo, yes. Tapos puwet. Tapos parang,
puwet din.
Puwet lang naman, it's okay. And then, I was really crying. And then, when I did my first film, my family was so against it.
This one. They actually
they actually thought it was disgusting.
Did they
And
watch it in the
no,
cinema?
they didn't. They didn't want to support me at all. Parang nandiri sila.
Can I ask,
Yeah.
before you did that scene,
Yeah.
did the producers or the team discuss with you that you would have to do this?
Because I thought we could fake it, and I told them this. Can you do it in a way na parang it's still acceptable the way I want it? But ang ginawa kasi nila, they really followed the script, and I told them na parang I wanna do it halfway. Kung ano yung inihingi ng script, I was gonna do it halfway. But it's okay. At the end of the day, that movie gave me a Best Actress Award.
Yes.
Yeah, so parang Best Actress Award in New York
What does the title of the movie
was
is?
Sipayo.
Sipayo. What does Sipayo mean?
That's
Kasi actually, nung chinerch ko, sabi ko, ano ibig sabihin Sipayo?
I actually don't know. Parang, I know what it is. Pero, it is a very controversial film.
Ah, yes. Why?
Because it's very dark. Parang, I was in a relationship with the whole family.
Ah.
Oh my God. From the tatay to the anak. So, it was so bad.
Ang ka-love scene mo dito, si...
Lahat.
Ay, lahat.
Yeah,
Ka-love scene.
lahat. Like, it's from Joanne Bascon, Luis Alandi, and Alan.
Alan Cayetano. No.
Okay. Oh my God!
Sige, sorry. Alan
Paule.
Pable.
Oh, Paule.
Sorry.
So funny.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I love it. Baka ready.
Paule.
Pero feeling ko ready na siya for his first film also.
Sorry po, Senator.
Yes,
Sorry.
so funny.
Ayan.
Yeah.
Ayan. So, din nakita ko nga, may nakita kasi akong clip. Sinanap ko di ba? You were doing that parang love scene sa Pilapil, like sa farm, fucking on the ground.
Ang sakit sa puwet, grabe. Natutusok yung puwet ko.
Habang ba to?
Meron naman lahat kami may plaster. So it's really, it's nothing. Even, so lahat kami may plaster. Pero syempre yung likod mo,
Yes.
hihiga ka sa mismong rice field and you're like, ang daming tusok, ang sakit. But action! Love it. Cut! Aray! Putang ina! Mapapamura ka talaga! Ang sakit! Wipes! So punas. Ayun na naman. And then, another one, another angle. It was so tiring. But it's okay kasi that film gave me a lot of opportunities talaga. And then on my second film,
What was the second film?
It was Tisay.
Tisay.
And then doon na nagkasunod-sunod na yung I was signed for ABS, I was signed for Viva. So it was blessing in disguise talaga. Minsan talaga I really feel na when you're trying to evolve as a person, you're not gonna like the process.
Oh.
You're not gonna like the process. It's really gonna be difficult. And talagang you feel like the world is ending. Pero actually, the world is telling you, you are about to experience something beautiful.
Yes, I totally agree.
Yes.
This is, I can't even add to that because that's so perfect. You know, when you're going through that, it's like parang yung cocoon sa butterfly,
Yes.
diba? It's like everything is melting away,
Yeah.
but then it's part of the process. And then you open it and then you become the butterfly. But you really have to go through that cocoon process.
Yes, na
You
parang
really-
you
talaga.
feel like your world is ending, but it is not. And then a year later, you're like, wow. Yeah.
Yes. So, sa mga viewers natin na parang feeling nyo nagdadaan kayo something na parang,
Na hindi nyo na kaya.
I did
No.
not fucking sign up for this shit. Yung parang pag doon ka na parang, totoo ba to, Lord? Talagang ibibigay mo sa akin.
Mm-mm.
Pero you have to just hold on to it kasi at the end of that tunnel is the light.
Yes.
You really have to.
yun talaga.
And that's how you were-
evolve in my, in my career.
Yes, yes.
Mm.
Na naalo ka din. So for that si Payo, you won the International Film Festival Manhattan for Best Actress. And you also got nominated for FAMAS for Best Actress for Historiographica Errata.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that experience as
That
well?
film was really fun to shoot. It's about the time yung Japanese were here and the Americans were here.
Anong role mo doon?
That
Mistisa
was
ka.
mistisa ako nung time na yun.
Like Spanish ka doon.
Parang Filipino-Spanish.
Okay.
I was selling myself to eat food. But actually, this is real. This is real stories back in the day. So the story is kind of close kung ano yung script and everything. It was really real. Some people didn't even have food to eat
Nung war.
nung war. And they had to sell themselves just to have something in their stomach. And I was selling myself because my husband in that film was in jail. Eh, wala siyang makain sa jail. Akala niya nagtatrabaho ko sa nagsasaka ko. Hindi niya alam na nagbebenta ako ng sarili ko para mapadalang ko siya ng pagkain araw-araw.
Sino yung partner mo dito?
Was, I think, Paolo.
Ay, hindi ko na magsasabi ng
Yeah, it was a Paolo, yeah.
Mamaya ko, sino na masabi ko?
Yeah, si Paolo, yes.
Si Paolo, okay.
Meron bang,
Sino
may politician bang Paolo? Wait lang, nakakatuwa yun ha. Love it.
Tapos nominated ka. So, ibig sabihin, mahusay ka talagang umarte.
Hindi naman.
What?
Hindi naman.
Sabi, hindi siya maganda, tapos hindi rin siya marunong umarte.
Hindi, marunong lang. I mean, I think acting it's really about I play my character, and as an actress, I think you have to do that. You have to take out who you are as a person, and you have to play the character. It's not about being great. I think it's my job. Parang ganun. That's how I think kasi. Ganun ako mag-isip.
But not everyone who has the acting job are good actors.
That's their problem. Ganon. That's their problem. Yeah. Kasi ako pag tinapon ako, I know what I have to do.
No, tsaka hindi mo pa rin sabihan ng Natalie Hart na ganda lang ang puhunan. Hindi.
No, wag naman. Diba?
Hindi. Kasi meron kang nasa resume mo eh.
Mm-hmm.
Ano sa mga nakakalokang part ng resume mo na talagang napabi ko, bakit? Nag-training ka para maging reservist sa Philippine Army.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind?
I was so bored kasi nung time na yun.
Sana all bored.
Kasi nung time na yun, it was pandemic. Patapos na yung pandemic. Actually, pandemic. And then sabi nila, may friend kasi, it was the ninong of my daughter. Sabi ko, ang ganda nung outfit mo. Tapos sabi niya, hindi to outfit, this is my uniform. And I'm like, whatever. I'm like, and I said like this, parang oblivious, very stupid. I'm like, whatever. I want to do that too. Invite me. I didn't know na when he invited me, na yung reception na tinatawag na military, reception is, I thought kakain kayo, kakapi kayo. Of course, I'm so stupid. Yung reception was, you training! And then, yes sir. And I was there, and I was so stupid. Eh, nakuha na ako ng picture, na isang snapshot, na Natalie is training. I was like, oh my God, I have to continue this now. Kasi nakakahiya kung hindi ko to i-continue. It's so embarrassing. So I had to do that. I had to finish it. Kasi parang nakakahiya naman ako. And then I called my mom. Kasi my mom was actually wanting to be a police officer.
Oh, nice.
So that was her dream bago siya na magka-asawa and everything. So sabi ko, I'm gonna do this for my mother. So, you know what? Magpapakahirap ako para I can fulfill my mom's dream.
So, like, pumunta ka lang dun sa event? Kala mo kakain ka?
Akala ko kasi yung reception sa atin, ganun, di ba? Reception, oh my God.
Natabinyag?
Akala ko nga ganun, bobo lang. So, but the thing is, when you are talking army, lingo, reception means that you are meeting the officers and you are training from that spot, that you are running. They papagulungin ka nila. I don't care. They will talk to you badly, kasi they have to train you.
May mindset eh.
Yes. And I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. But I did it. And if I can do it, people can do it. Kasi girly ako, maarte ako. And it gave me a lot of discipline. Yun lang yung masasabi ko. Even I want this for my daughter.
How long was the training?
Very easy, 3 months lang.
No, hard pass ako sa 3 months.
No, weekend lang naman. Weekend yung physical training.
Oh.
Monday to Friday, you have to study. You have online school from 8 to 4 p.m.
Oh.
Yeah, ganun talaga. You have to know the terrain, how to read a compass, you have to do all of that. You have to have knowledge on what they do just in case matapon ka somewhere.
So, literal na talagang reservist ka? Tipong, pag may gera, papadala ka?
Pwede, pero wait lang. Oh my God. Wait lang, unahin ko muna yung anak ko.
Kaya nga eh.
Yung mga alaga kong pusa. Wait.
Kaya nga. So, do you know how to shoot a gun?
Of course. I'm 16 trained and all of that. Yeah. Only there's
Ano
those
yung
things.
mga part ng training? Para lang may idea yung mga tao. Kasi kung isang Natalie Hart nakapag-train maging reservist, ano yung mga...
Mahirap siya actually. Hindi ko naman masasabing madali yun. Kasi mental training, minsan lalagyan kayo ng piring para hindi kayo makakita. Kailangan, parang maglalakad-lakad kayo, papatayuin kayo doon for a while, pipiringan kayo, and you have to find that building. And how do you find that building?
Wait, na nakapiring.
So you have to, it's very difficult. So talagang muscle memory siya, mind memory, kailangan iintindihin mo yon. Minsan meron kayong boat, itatapon kayo sa boat. Kailangan tatayo ka, tatakbo ka doon. It's like for example, let's say you're in a boat, nasa dagat ka. Paano ka pupunta sa shore? Tatapon kayo. So sa amin, parang ilog lang yun sa amin. Tapon kayo doon. Tapos pupunta kayo sa
Lalangoy
shore.
ka to the shore.
Or tatakbo ka, o lalakad, o lalangoy ka. Ganun. You have to do that. Also, the most difficult one is
What was the hardest part?
Yung 12 feet. May tatapon sila sa ilalim na pool and you have to pick that up.
You have to dive sa pool?
Yeah.
12 foot na...
something like this.
Na basta malalim.
Mga 15 pa nga yata.
Malamang 15.
15, yeah, sorry.
So, malamang 15. So, 15 foot na lalim ng pool. Kaya may tatapon sila sa hanggang...
5'3" lang ako, lit ko lang.
Oo nga.
Tatalong ka talaga. Pero ang hahawakan mo lang lubid lang.
May lubid kang hawak.
Ano lang, lubid lang. Tapos dun ka aangat.
Ay, hindi ka lalangoy.
Kasi you have to drop eh. Parang babaksak ka. Kailangan magaan ka, babaksak ka. Kasi may kukunin ko nyari, let's say, sa dagat, natapon yung baril mo. Kukunin mo yon, bababaksak ka. Pero kailangan, puputok yung tenga mo actually. Pumuputok yung tenga mo. It was difficult. Pero for me, that was fun. Kasi parang pantay-pantay kayo. Kahit janitor ka, mayaman ka,
artista ka.
Artista ka, abogado ka. Pantay-pantay kayo, you're gonna do the same thing. Kailangan marunong ka makisama. Kasi may tutulog kayo sa barracks. Ganun.
Paano yung shower nyo?
Mabilisan yun. Parang wala pang 3 minutes, tapos ka na. Pagpasok mo, hubad, ligo, damit, ganun.
Sorry sinasabi kasi sa akin, my husband is Korean.
Yeah.
And he obviously went to military training. Kasi
normal
required sila,
yan,
diba?
Yeah.
He would always tell me, sabi ko, gaano kayo matagal mag-shower? Sabi niya, max 3 minutes. Sabi ko,
3 minutes?
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Walang nakakapag-shower na 3 minutes. Buhok ko pa lang 7 minutes na eh.
Walang hindi pwede. Ngangaragin ka doon. Baka...
Talaga pala, totoo pala yung 3 minutes na shower.
Yeah.
Puti.
Pagdating ko doon, hubad ako. Wala akong pakialam kung tumingin kayo sa
Ay,
akin.
mga babae lang naman siguro.
Kasi wala akong pakialam kahit may
May lalaki?
Hindi.
Babae lang naman.
Babae naman. Wala akong pakialam. 3 minutes eh. Wala ka ng oras.
Ano yun? Tapos na? Time.
Yes, dapat nakabihis ka na nun. Mga 3.5 bihis ka na nun. Ang dami namin damit. Yung may bota kami.
Oo
may,
nga.
Nakakapagod.
Sunblock. Wala.
Diyos ko, wala kang lip gloss. Sunblock pa nga. Wala talaga. Minsan nga wala pang sabon eh. Tubig-tubig lang. Kailangan madalian. Yeah.
Salute.
Yeah.
Sana maipadala ka. Pasada, joke lang.
Ayoko. Hindi, pwede naman. Like, siguro, I mean, I love the Philippine Army and I'm very patriotic of our country. I really love the Philippines. And sa akin kasi talagang, minsan naiiyak ako pag alam mo yung nangyayari ngayon.
Sa mga West Philippine Sea.
Or for example, let's say yung mga flood control.
Yes.
Yan, naiiyak ako. I get so frustrated.
Anong birthday mo?
April 14, Aries. Very expressive. Parang
monkey, no?
And monkey. I get expressive, I cry. Parang sabi ko, nakakainis. So, by me doing this, it's like showing that I love my country. It's okay, it's nothing. Saglit lang naman yun. Iba nga, yung mga estudyante nila doon, 4 years? Diyos ko, araw.
Pero naisip ko lang, dahil may experience ka dyan, manawagan na tayo sa mga director, perfect ka sa mga tipong action-action na roles.
Yeah, pwede naman. Sana
Hindi,
naman.
Yeah. Diba? I mean, real talk. Kasi, totoo kang nagawa mo eh.
Yeah. Walang
arte-arte.
arte-arte.
Exactly. Nakashower ka ng less than 3 minutes eh.
Tapos agad. Tapos kain nyo, 2 minutes lang dapat.
Anong pagkain nyo?
Itlog, kanin, tapos nunukan agad. Wala na. Tapos wala pang tubig yun. Maghihintay ka, uminom ng tubig. So, pag nabibilukan ka, bahala ka dyan.
Grabe.
Yeah. But it's fun. I find it fun because it's like, para siyang Girl Scout, ganon.
Yeah. Uy, Girl Scout ako. Hindi naman kami na ganyan.
Ay, di ba?
Uy, the Girl Scout kasi ako Totoo.
Hindi ko Girl Scout siya.
Hindi siya ganun sa Girl Scout. Iba yung, hindi siya, una-una, hindi kami 3 minutes maligo.
Okay, pero matagal.
Mas matagal. Tapos parang hindi kami 2 minutes kumain.
Ganyan.
Kaya, grabe, sobrang bilib ako sa'yo.
I mean, sa akin, mas mahirap sa kanila kasi sinasabi nila sa akin what they have to go through. And also, Mateo Guidicelli.
Oh, yes.
He did the one yung Ranger. That's really difficult kasi 6 months talaga yung training yun. But he did, I think, 3 to 4 months. He did. Parang kinumpiled yung kanya. But that's really difficult because you have to be in the middle of the forest carrying something na parang 12 kilos on your back. Nakakapagod yun. And they wanted to put me through that training. Sabi ko, naisip-isip ko, wait lang, may anak ako.
Oo nga, may anak ka na kasi. Malaking bagay. Speaking of anak.
Yeah.
Ayan na, may anak ka. Shout out to your daughter.
Hello, Penelope. Hello, Penelope.
Penelope is how old now?
Turning 7. She's 6 years old. Penny for short.
Penny. So, Penny's with you now.
With
in
me.
the Philippines,
Yeah.
right? But I think, well, of course, I was able to watch, to read about it online. So I guess it's a public knowledge that
Yeah.
Penelope's dad is Indian.
Yes, Indian.
So ito na tayo, from stories na to.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Paano mo nakilala ang tatay ni Penelope?
Nag-aral kasi ako sa India.
Sobrang adventure ng buhay mo, grabe.
Yeah, nag-aral ako sa India. Ako jewelry designing and GIA. Yung mga nag-grading. So, nag-aral ako sa Mumbai. And then, I met a girl there. Tapos parang, she invited me to her wedding. And then, I went to her wedding. I met that guy. Yung best friend niya, yung kapatid nun, yun yung tatay ng anak ko.
Yung best friend
Nung
ng
babae.
friend mo,
Yun
yung kapatid nun, tatay na. Okay, okay.
So, yung weddings kasi doon, 1 linggo, ang tagal.
Yesterday.
So, yung nangyari, yung first, kakarating ko pa lang, kakasalta ko lang sa Delhi, yun na yung nakita akong mukha ng lalaki.
Gapo ba siya?
Cute naman siya. Tapos, yun na. After 7 days, sabi namin, gusto namin makipag-date sa isa't isa na. Hindi pa jowa, pero parang, I wanna date you exclusively. Parang ganon.
Okay. And then, how long, can we talk about it? How long were you together with, kasi hindi kayo kasal diba?
Hindi kami kasal.
Oo.
Actually, it's a crazy story kasi after 6 months of knowing each other, nabuntis ako agad.
Wait, so are you based here that time or in India?
I was based in the Philippines. Dito na ako, nagpapa-sexy films ako, buntis ako. It was crazy. Oo, yung may ginawa akong pelikula na Abay Babes sa Viva. I was pregnant and I was crying every time. Kasi buntis ako na, not crying because I was pregnant. I was crying kasi yung hormones ko was going to the roof.
Oh.
And I was working 5 times a week. And some of the 5 times is for doon, 24 hours pa. So parang mamatay-matay ako. Tapos buntis ako noon. So parang yung katawan ko,
gumi-give up.
Oo, ay hindi ko nakaya. I was hiding my pregnancy at that time because I was signed with a lot of projects. So I had to finish them before I could tell everybody na, hey, I'm pregnant.
Yes.
And I couldn't hide my pregnancy nung 4 months na ako. Kasi ang laki na talaga.
Nalaman na nila eventually.
I told them, sabi ko, look, to my manager, I'm like, I'm 3 months pregnant. It's popping. Like, I'm so skinny. So if I go sideways, para akong butete. Like, I cannot lie about my pregnancy anymore. Then doon na kami we had to tell it.
Sige. I wanted to also ask, like, how did you navigate, of course, having a child
Yeah.
and having a child with an Indian man?
Oh my God.
But, sa magbabalik po yan, ng
Yeah.
Talk Tea. Hello mga katsaa, maraming salamat sa panonood. Kung nag-enjoy kayo sa video na to, siguraduhin mag-like, i-share at mag-comment sa baba. At kung gusto niyo pang mapanood or mapakinggan ng mga iba naming episodes, please subscribe. Ito na, nasa deep dive na tayo ng usapang AFAM.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't really have like Indian friends. I'm not but I'm interested about Indian culture because I'm into spirituality and Hinduism and things like that. So, what's it like to be with an Indian guy and even living in India?
Living in India kasi, I really hated it the first month. Pero India, I don't know, there's something really spiritual about that place talaga. Na parang, after the second month, I wanted to live there. Talagang I love the culture, love the food. I love spicy food. I love curry. I love Indian food. And I really love the way they think na parang pag ikaw asawa ka nila, aalagaan ka nila, gagastusan ka nila. And I think that was really nice, parang babaeng-babae ka talaga sa kanila. And with my partner, he was a great lover.
Ay.
Yeah, he was a great lover na parang talaga na in love talaga ako. I think that was my first love. I could really say that he was my first love. Oo.
Wow. And then, of course, obviously, you spoke English.
Yes, English. And back then, I was trying to, kind of mga 5%. Hindi, yung mga parang bus, stray, bus, stop, tapos yung sida. Very easy. Like, yung mga ano lang, very, you have to navigate kasi. Like,
Right,
straight,
left.
stop, yes, thank you, ganon.
How do you say yes in Indian?
Acha.
Ano ba? Di ba marami silang salita?
Like pwede lang, ganun lang. Yeah, acha.
Yes. So,
Tike, yeah.
what's tike?
Tike is like, okay.
So, what happened with the guy?
I think when we were going through being a parent, we were not ready at that time. And then, really love him, really love that guy. And I siguro hanggang ngayon, you cannot unlove that person kasi may anak kami.
Yes.
So, I think ang meron na lang sa amin is respect kasi we're not together as lovers and partners. Pero I respect him as the father of my kid. And he's, he was always there. He always provided for my daughter. So, yun yung masasabi ko talaga sa kanya na parang I'm proud. And napakahirap talaga ngayon na with this economy, it's very difficult to raise a child.
Mm-hmm.
And so sa akin kahit hindi positive all the way through yung nangyari sa buhay namin dalawa, it's still positive for me. And I think I wouldn't change the fact na siya yung naging tatay ng anak ko.
Right. Do you still keep in touch with him because may anak kayo?
Of course, every few days.
He lives in Manila?
No, he lives in India.
So, paano yun? Like, how do you navigate that? Yung anak mo pupunta rin sa India to see?
Yes, we do. I do as well. Pupunta kami and we try to meet as much as possible for the kid. Usually, pag ganyan, iiwan ko lang yung anak ko. I will do my own things. Bahala silang dalawa. You really have to know, to co-parent. Kasi it's really important for the, yung
for the child?
For the child and yung mental health nila, it's really important.
So ngayon, syempre kasama mo yung anak mo sa Pilipinas. Pinapalaki mo siya bilang Pinay? Or paano niya naaano yung Indian heritage niya?
Actually, that's difficult. Kasi ngayon, sinasabi ko nga sa kanya, sabi ko, I want you to probably do high school in India because I really want you to embrace who you are. You are 50% Indian and you're 1/4 Filipino and 1/4 Australian.
Yes.
Mas Indian ka kaysa sa Filipino. So sabi ko sa kanya, and she speaks Tagalog, 100% Tagalog. So sabi ko sa kanya, hindi ka pwedeng mag-inarte. Kailangan mong matutos ng salita ng tatay mo.
Mm-mm.
So as much as possible siguro, yung mahirap, wisely na 10 years, sa akin muna yung bata. And siguro, she will probably try to live there as well. Yeah.
So somewhat like what you did with your dad. After 12,
something like that.
13, nandun ka na sa tatay.
Tatay ko, oo.
Yes. At as long as meron naman silang relationship yun yung
Yes,
mahalaga
they
diba?
love each other, so that's what's important.
Yes. And then also, hindi kayo nagkatuluyan ni Kuya.
Hindi kami kinasal, hindi kami nagkatuloy. Naghiwalay kami. Because hindi kami nakakaintindihan. He was younger than me for 2 years.
Oh,
So kung
okay.
26 years old ako, nabuntis, he was only
24.
24. Very young.
Oh, very young.
Kakatapos lang niya
Aral.
mag-aral.
College. Okay. So you both were really not ready that time.
That time, yeah.
And then eventually you also got married.
Yes! Oh my God. So sometimes it's kind of hard also when I talk about it with people. I'm like, oh, I'm a single mother. And I'm like, oh, you broke up with your husband. And I'm like, yeah. And then they ask me, wait. So your daughter is not the I'm like, can we not talk about my personal choices in life? No, but it's okay. Kasi I think like, sa akin kasi nung nagkaanak na ako, parang when nag-asawa ako, we talked about having kids together and everything. But when it wasn't working anymore, na parang naramdaman ko na this is not the right person for me. Doon ko na-realize na, oh my God, thank God na hindi kami nagkaanak. Kasi, grabe siguro yung kaguluhan ngayon na, di ba? So parang yun lang. Pero it's really sad na parang both of my 2 boyfriends na I have na parang hindi kami
nag-workout.
Nag-workout.
And itong yung napangasawa mo talaga, AFAM din.
AFAM din. So, parehas silang AFAM. Parang, hindi ko na alam bakit ba AFAM.
Baka magnet ka.
I think so too. Pero parang alam mo, may nakadate naman ako mga Pilipino. And magaling naman din sila.
Ay, wait, wala. Wait, kuha tayo sa paggaling.
Wait, ano ba? Wait, okay.
Magaling saan? Wait. Before that, ang tanong ng bayan.
Okay.
Paano ba makapangasawa ng AFAM?
Wait, okay. Paano ba makapangasawa ng AFAM? Kasi sa akin, na-meet ko both of them in their countries. So, they weren't here in the Philippines. Yung first partner ko na AFAM, na Indian, I met him in his country kasi I was studying there and I had friends there. Yung pangalawa naman, I was in Australia and then...
As an Australian? Kasi Australian citizen ka.
I'm an Australian citizen. Na-meet ko rin siya doon. So parang... But we were also talking online before I met him. Tapos yun lang. Tapos parang yun na yung nangyari. Tapos for me kasi parang ayoko kasi ng mga AFAM dito sa Pilipinas.
Bakit? Ipaliwanag mo yan, Natalie Hart.
Kasi masyadong mayabang yung mga AFAM dito. Feeling nila, ang dami nilang mga babae. Ang dami nilang options. Yun yung pinaka-hate ko dito. Na parang, hindi ka nila seseryosohin. Parang gusto lang nila makikipaglaro lang sila sa inyo. So for me, if I was gonna go, kung ako, maghahanap ulit ako ng pangatlong AFAM, siguro ito na finally, sana naman, ito na talaga forever, no? Or feeling ko kung hindi na talaga ako mabigyan ni Lord ng final ending ko, talagang kailangan ko na lang talaga magpayaman. Kasi parang ano pang point, di ba? So parang, ang sa akin lang kasi, dito, nakikita ko sa mga kaibigan ko, umiiyak sila lagi kasi nga feeling nila, yung foreigner feeling nila, gwapo-gwapo nila, ang dami nilang option. Kasi dito, pag Pilipina ka, syempre pag AFAM, bet mo yan. Yung AFAM, syempre, iniisip niya, sobrang gwapo niya. So, emehin niya lahat ng mga Pilipina na yun. Hindi ko bet yung ganun. Totoo lang ha. Kahit sa mga viewers natin, yung mga expert na mga foreigner na AFAM dito, ang lalandi nila. Talagang minsan na lang makahanap ng yung matino na talagang siseryosohin ka, na aalagaan ka, tutulungan ka sa buhay. With yung ngayon na, lalo hindi mangyayari yan.
So you're saying na, but when you say AFAM, tipong based here.
Oo, yung mga based
paano
here.
Paano yung tourist lang?
Okay yung tourist. Sana wag yung 10 times na nandito kasi expert na yan. Pero yung mga first, second, dapat ikaw yung makauna. Ikaw yung makakauna doon.
Ikaw yung makaharvat.
Oo, kasi kung pangatlo, pangalawa, panglima na yan, Diyos ko expert na yan.
Alam na paikutin sa kanilang mga kamay mga Pinay.
Oo, alam na, gaganon na lang. Tsaka.
So wait. So, paano, kunyari, ako, viewer natin, hindi, mahilig talaga ako sa mga foreigner. Okay, wait, saglit lang ha.
Yeah.
Iaano ko muna ha, baka kasi yung mga first time viewers natin who don't know me, I'm married to a foreigner as well.
Yes, oo.
But my husband is Korean. So it's a different kind of dynamics feeling ko. Kasi iba-iba rin yung pagkunyari na pangasama mo, European.
Oo, iba
rin ba? Indian, Middle Eastern, di ba? Yeah. Or iba rin yung talagang Japanese, Korean. Yes. Iba siya. Hindi siya one blanket na pag sinabi mong AFAM, isa lang yung experience mo kapag nakapangasawa ka ng AFAM.
Sa Korean, ano yung parang, yun yung parang non-negotiable para sa kanya? Sa hygiene, siguro. Or mahirap ba sila na parang kailangan lagi malinis? Or
well, she showers a lot, especially mainit sa Pilipinas compared sa Korea, right? Non-negotiable. No, may kasi the thing with my husband, he's been here for a long time. So parang may pagka may pusong Pinoy kadiri.
Ay, ganon.
Kadiri, pero and also I don't know if you know, we actually got married on national TV.
What? What? Oh my God! Okay.
So like, some people might probably remember. So we were the winners of that reality show I Do with Miss
Woo!
Judy Ann in 2014. And so when we won that show, para siyang PBB pero for couples.
Yeah.
We won that, and then we got married on national TV.
Oh
So
my
some
God.
people actually know of our love story. I don't know, siguro mga bata pa kayo nung pinalabas yung show na yun.
Yeah.
People probably don't remember. They probably remember, but a lot of the things that we discussed dun sa show was about our cultural differences.
Yeah.
Kasi nung time na na-meet ko tong jowa ko pa siya nung time na yon, nung na-meet ko siya, kaka-learn niya lang how to speak English.
Yeah, okay.
Eh, yun sa showbiz, hindi ka pwedeng Inglesero
O
diba?
hindi pwede.
So, ang requirement sa kanya ng mga producer sa ABS was, kailangan matuto kang mag-Tagalog. So, dun sa show...
Ang pangit pa naman nila mag-Tagalog pag first time.
Diba?
Parang barok na hindi mo
Pero
maintindihan.
cute.
Yeah.
Pero cute. So, eventually, after we got married, and then, dito naman kasi talaga siya based, and then we had our business and everything, doon na siya talagang natutong mag-Tagalog.
Mhm.
So, that's why I never learned how to speak Korean fluently because I didn't have to adjust.
Yeah.
He had to be the one to adjust because he's living here.
In the
and-
Philippines, yeah.
Yeah, so parang trilingual kami ngayon. Like, we speak mostly, actually ano ba, babe? How do we speak? Philcore-ing.
Yeah.
Tagalog, Korean, English kami sa bahay talaga.
Yeah.
But the thing, advantage sa kanya, he understands Filipino. So, hindi ko siya pwedeng ibenta.
Oh my God.
Ako naman,
Difficult. Yeah.
Ako naman, I can speak, hindi mo rin ako pwede ibenta sa Korea. It's just that I don't communicate as fluently as he does in Filipino.
I have a question for you. Kasi sa akin, mamaya siguro, pero I'm gonna give you parang my observation.
Yes, go.
Yung sa Indian, what I love about Indians talaga, kasi syempre, I've been with one, ang gusto ko sa kanila, family-oriented sila. Very beautiful. Talagang yung pati yung pamilya nila, tutulungan nila ako. May gusto akong kainin, yung my mother-in-law will do that for me. Ang ayoko lang sa mga puti, kanya-kanya. Talagang parang wala silang pakialam sa'yo. Walang love, walang care. That's what I really hate. Pero kasi 'di ba Filipino tayo, nanay ko, kung maalagaan ako, bongga.
Yes.
And then my first boyfriend na talagang minahal ko talaga was the Indian guy. Iba yung pag-aalaga nila talaga.
Na mga Indian.
Iba talaga. Kaya talagang sabi ko, I really love Indians talaga. Even until today, I find them very handsome. Tapos pag nung nagkaroon ako ng partner na puti, oh my God. Parang yung sapatos kung saan-saan. Pati yung sapatos dadalhin sa kama.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Nanghihina ako talaga dahil parang I'm shaking. Yung parang nanginginig ka na. Na parang hindi mo na akala. Yung mga ganong small things adds up eh.
Yes.
Nakakapagod. Yung kunyari, let's say, yung sa kanila, okay na yung isang beses maligo, tapos yung madumi, akala nila cute, mabaho yung BO. Yuck! Yung mga puti, ganun. Kasi nga, di ba, parang very easygoing lang sila.
Lalo na Australians.
Oo, easygoing, whatever. Eh, nakakuha siya ng Pilipina na katulad ko, na napaka-arte, na parang may dumi pa lang, oh my God, sis. Oh my God, I smell my pawis. Yuck, liligo na ako, sis. Sila hindi. As in, dirt, nadadirty
talaga
ako.
ba?
Yeah, I don't like.
Well, ano yan? Heads upan mo ang mga Pilipina.
Huwag naman, hindi naman siguro lahat na.
Hindi naman
pero
lahat.
siguro yung mga yung na-experience ko lang. Pero parang sa akin, kung ako mapipili, doon na lang ako dun sa...
Malinis.
Malinis. Talagang sa akin, kahit hindi gwapo, pero mabango, malinis.
Alam mo ba, incidentally, ang mga Koreano walang BO. Like, physically, they cannot have BO. Meron silang mutation sa genes nila, H something. They don't have yung putok ha.
Oo.
Minsan amoy araw sila, minsan amoy kimchi.
Maasim. Oo.
May pwedeng, amoy araw lalo, parang, wala tayo silang concept na amoy araw, pero amoy araw ka na. Pero gets mo, pero yung BO, wala silang BO.
Bongga.
Some Chinese din daw and some Japanese. So siguro pag nag-intermarry, pag nakuha nila yung gene na yon, so walang deodorant sa Korea.
Ay, bongga. I love it.
Oo.
Parang
ganon.
kailangan niya ng yung mga bansang sinabihan ko. Oh my God, that's no offense
To be fair, mabango yung asawa ko. Ay, so sa bahay din namin sa Korea, yun talaga, syempre, pag hindi ka sanay sa amoy kimchi, minsan talaga para amoy
Kaya
kimchi.
para sa'yo. Pero for me, I love kimchi. I eat it all the time. Kasi it's so healthy, tsaka may collagen.
That's true. Maganda talaga, maano talaga siya. Pero di ba yung kimchi kasi fermented eh. Kapag uy, kimchi. Whew. So, yun lang yung amoy na parang feeling ko, or minsan amoy samgyupsal barbecue sila, pero wala silang I would say malinis sila.
So, ibig sabihin, yung sa akin, yung na-imagine kong ganun, yung parang dirty, yung dadalhin yung sapatos. Buti wala kang mga ganun.
Bawal ang di ba mo napansin? Bawal ang sapatos sa bahay namin.
Pero it was normal for me kasi nga,
kasi Pilipina ka naman.
Pilipina ako. Kasi pag may tao sa bahay ko, pinapatanggal ko ang sapatos nila.
Yes. So, ganon. So, sa amin, because Asian siya, hindi ganon kalaki, I guess, yung cultural differences. Pero, of course, meron pa din. Meron pa rin siyang cultural differences. But I could only imagine if it was a white person or like Middle Eastern.
Pero nagkagusto ka ba sa isang Pilipino?
Nagkagusto. I mean, syempre, high school, nagkagusto. Ganun. Pero first boyfriend ko kasi asawa ko eh.
Ako na-try ko na kasi magkaroon ng makadate na Pilipino.
Oh, kamusta? Hindi, alam mo, hindi talaga. Feeling ko, hindi ako nagkaroon ng relasyon sa Pinoy kasi parang feeling ko hindi para sa akin.
Hindi kayo swak.
Hindi para sa akin.
Pero
I dated a Japanese guy also.
Ay, bongga.
Date lang, hindi kami naging kami. Pero we were
sa akin
dating.
kasi, nakadate ko yung Pilipino. Okay naman. Gusto ko siya.
Oh yes, pero ang tanong, ito na talaga yung dito tayo magkakaalaman. Ano yung differences nila sa kama?
Oh my God. Siguro sa akin ha.
Kasi yun ang gusto malaman
I really
ng mga
think, no, kung ano yung pinaka-the best. Kung yung AFAM ba o yung Pilipino. Sa akin kasi depende yan sa'yo eh. Kasi may nakadate na akong Pilipino. Masarap naman. So, hindi ko na i-elaborate yun, no? Pero masarap naman siya.
Nakailan kayo?
Oh my God! Oh my God, nako, lawyer. I need you right now. Pero, hindi ko na i-elaborate yan. Pero, okay siya. Tapos,
masarap, mahusay.
Mahusay.
Masarap
Tapos,
ba?
yung AFAM naman na, karelasyon ko, tsaka.
Hindi magaling.
Oo, tsaka. So, parang, who are you to say na ang AFAM mas okay kaysa naman sa Pilipino?
Sinasabi nila mas malaki daw.
Parang hindi naman.
Hindi din?
Oo, hindi rin. Oo, I think it really is person-to-person basis, no? Dahil, siguro, syempre, sasabihin nila Asian, kaya ganun lang. Pero hindi eh. Parang, kung ako, doon ako sa Pilipino. Pero kasi, I never really had a relationship with a Filipino guy.
Ano lang, kumbaga,
Oo, nakadate
fun lang.
Oo. Hindi naman fun, pero parang nakadate ko talaga na we were, parang,
you were going out.
Going out talaga, na parang seryoso na, pero parang hindi lang kami nag-end up together. Parang gano'n.
May mga meme kasi, Diyos ko, lalo na, may nakita kong video sa Thailand.
Oh, yeah.
Yung after nila mag-something, babae hindi talaga makalakad.
Ay, shucks.
Yung AFAM na kasama niya. Parang,
buti na lang hindi pa ako na-try yung mga ganyan, day.
May warning eh, warning.
Oh my God, yikes. Hindi ko pa na-try yung ganyan. Kasi sa akin naman, ano pa rin, Asian size. Wow! Oh my God.
Indians, kamusta?
Ay, day. Medyo masakit.
Ay, bakit?
Hindi masasakit, pero parang masasabi ko lang talaga na so far from my experience, bongga. Mas masaya. Masaya talaga. Hindi na down flame ko. Masaya. I love it.
Kaya nga nabuntis kami.
Oo, kaya nga eh. Kaya nga may nabuo eh. Kasi malandi ako eh. Oh my God. Okay talaga siya.
Kaya, kumbaga, hindi to one size fits all. Kung sa mga viewers natin, pag sinabi, kasi may sinasabi sila, pag mga East Asian, maliliit ang edit. Hindi siya totoo,
Hindi siya totoo.
Porque Japanese, Korean, Chinese daw, hindi yan totoo, guys.
At saka puzzle yan eh. Parang Lego lang yan. Kung tama ba siya para sa'yo. Wow!
Kung swak kayo?
Oo, swak na swak kayo. Kasi kung swak kayo, kahit hindi pa yan gano'n kalaki, pero kung magaling, dahil.
Oo.
It's really about the performance. Oo.
Kasi kung size lang, bumili ka lang vibrator. Gusto
mo,
diba?
Pasok mo na lahat yan
diba?
dyan. Pero hindi. Kasi people don't understand na intimacy is really not about
the titi.
It's really not about the intercourse.
Yes.
It's really about you kiss each other, yung pag tiningnan mo sa mata, na kinikilig ka, na may kinang, tapos pag hiniyakap ka na parang may iyak-iyak ka na, tapos biglang may, and then doon na sa final stage na may something, yun, yung pinakabongga. And I think, naranasan ko lang yan doon nga sa tatay ng anak ko.
Tsaka may mga may mga dila din naman, may mga fingers
din. I love it. Oo. Yung mga
hindi naman lahat lagi dun sa size ng
Oo, diba? Hindi naman yun lang yung ginagamit, day. Marami tayong equipment.
Apparatus.
Yes, equipment. Correct.
Magpapalik mo na TikTok, more apparatus, dila, and finger discussions.
Oh my God.
Kayo ba ay nag-e-enjoy sa aming mga chikahan? Kung kayo po ay natutuwa sa episode namin, please help us in spreading the word. Please like this video, share this video, mag-comment po kayo sa baba at paniguraduhin mag-subscribe sa Think Talk Tea. Thank you! Okay, so, alam mo, I'm actually very, how does the term? Sir, ngayon na, before tayo mag-shoot, naisip ko lang dami kong kaibigan na AFAM ang asawa. Ako, syempre, di ba? Another, shout out to Joselle, American yung asawa. Shout out to Poit, Australian, Japanese ang asawa. These are very good close friends of mine.
Yeah.
So, and then the way we met our AFAMs, iba-iba. Parang, like ako I met him in an event that I organized.
Yeah.
And then yung isang friend ko sa cruise. Kasi she was working in the cruise. Kasi katrabaho niya sa cruise. And then yung isang friend ko naman sa Siargao.
Ay, social.
So, paano ba makakuha? Saan ba? Nahahanap ang mga AFAM na to? Lalo sa Pilipinas.
I
Bumble ba? Tinder? Siargao?
I really don't know how to get that, no? Kasi kahit pumunta ka lang sa BGC, puro foreigner na nandun eh. Pumunta ka sa Makati, puro puti na yung makikita mo dun. All of the above nandun na.
Okay.
Pero I think the easier way to do that is to go online. Kasi how can you, ang hirap kasi lumabas-labas, paano kung may trabaho ka? Ano yun, araw-araw ka lalabas? Para yun na yung ginawa mong trabaho, para kang addict nun. Di ba? Parang binibenta mo yung sarili mo. Para lang, hey, hi, Diyos ko, day, parang ano, baka sabihin nila, pokpok ka ba? Pakakaloka, day, hindi naman maganda din yun. So, it could be two things. Siguro online, and then you really have to bring yourself out there.
Yeah, okay.
Pero sa akin kasi, hindi kasi ako lumalabas eh. Nagtatrabaho kasi ako lagi, tas mami na.
Hindi, Bumble. Diba?
Ayoko ng mga ganyan.
Ayaw mo ng mga ganyan. Siyempre, yung mga ano ngayon, gusto yan.
Oo, Bumble, Tinder, ano ba yung meron
Grindr.
Grindr?
Pwede rin naman. Kung AFAM na LGBT, di ba? Pwede rin naman talaga.
Oo, pwedeng Grindr. Siguro, yun, pwede nilang, humanap ng AFAM doon, di ba?
Or kahit sa mga Instagram, di ba? Hanap ka doon, mag-scroll ka.
Actually, meron nga sa Instagram, pwede mo nga lang i-DM lang yun eh. Hi!
Yun yung point ko. Pwede mo nga i-DM talaga. Kung mag-DM back, good for you.
Perfect. Kung hindi.
Diba?
Oo. Parang sa akin lang, we are in this era now na napakadali. It was so easy. Pero really, I feel like, yung time na hindi pa super sikat yung Instagram, yung Facebook, yung social media when I met my daughter's father. Iba talaga. Parang iba yung love noon time na yun. Kasi parang hindi sobrang daming choices.
In other words, hindi siya hook-up culture pa.
Oo. Ngayon kasi, ayoko nung ganyan na parang date kayo, tas landian, may agad. Yung kikita kayo, yun na agad. Ayoko nang ganun.
Oh.
Yun nga lang, kaya nga sinasabi nila sa akin, may nag-comment nga sa akin eh. Kasi parang nagsalita ako na, dapat ligawan mo ko. Sabi nila sa akin na, ba't ka paliligawan? Ang tanda-tanda mo na. Feeling mo naman. May gumanon sa akin. Tapos parang sabi ko, ano naman kung feeling ako? Hindi naman kita sasagutin kasi tsaka ka, wala kang pera, ginanong ko siya. Kasi wala kang panligaw, cheap. Ginanong ko, parang ang kapal ng mukha, ayoko ng ganyan. So, you have to respect people's parang choices. Kung ikaw gusto mo makapag-eme that moment, 5 minutes na nag-meet kayo, go ahead. But for me, you have to show your sincerity or kahit hindi sincerity yung nag-effort ka sa akin. Hindi ibig sabihin nilabas mo ko, mahalikan kita. No! How dare you? Parang yun yung ayoko sa situation na with dating na akala nila sinamahan mo na lang sila, pwede ka na lang galawin na. Ayoko nang ganun. I don't know everybody has the right to do whatever they want. Hindi ko naman sinasabi na nakipag-eme ka na on the day, malandi ka na. No! Some people, they end up being married to that person and they have kids now. I know some people like that, my friends. Na parang they did it on the first day when they met. Pero there's people na parang, lalo na yung kunyari ako, na parang marami na akong trauma sa katawan ko. Na parang, if I'm parang ako, kung maghahanap ako ng panibago, gusto ko talaga kilalanin ko muna. Ayoko yung tatalo na naman ako, na parang, agad. Ayoko, parang gusto ko, maramdaman mo na bigyan mo ako ng pagkain, pinuntahan mo ko, yung mga maramdaman ko na gusto mo talaga ako. Pero kasi, ang iniisip ngayon ng mga lalaki na pag matanda ka na, may anak ka na, nakapangasawa ka na dati, wala ka ng karapatan. But who are you to tell me na wala na akong karapatan? Do you agree with that?
I totally agree with you. Na parang hindi ka, na porket may anak, bumaba-value, gago.
Hindi kasi ganun nga yung iniisip ngayon ng mga tao. Na
No,
parang,
I think that's the problem for me, kaya nagkaroon ng ganong mentality is because of the hookup culture. Lalo na with mga Tinder, ganyang Bumble, na parang feeling nila kapag nag-swipe left or shit, tas nakapagkita sa'yo, parang OG na yun sa kama. Yun yung problema.
hindi, parang sa akin hindi tama yun. Pero kung gusto mo, na anuhin mo,
Oo,
go!
Go. Pero yun nga kasi nagkakaroon ng connotation, lalo na for, I guess, suppose for guys, na pag nag-go yung girl, pag nag-swipe whatever, na parang, it's a go signal na, alika na, ano na tayo, motel na tayo, or something like that.
Tsaka, that's why, parang, I don't condone that. Parang I would never be like, dahil may anak na ako, magiging easy ka na lang. Ayoko. Parang, actually, mas mahirap pa nga ngayon sa akin na maghanap. Mas nahihirapan ako kasi sa akin, mas maarte na ako ngayon.
Yes.
Na parang, gusto ko kung makakahanap ako, ito na. Wala nang, lalagyan na kita ng posas, tama na. Ganun na yung gusto kong mangyari.
And that's why they're saying na ang hirap talaga ng dating in this era.
Parang wag na lang nga eh.
Kasi
parang
nga,
ganun.
parang yung expectations ng mga tao, parang sobra kasing dali makipag-sex. Ba't ka pa magde-date? Ganun eh.
Bakit ka pa mag-aasawa? kung kaya mo naman makipag-eme kung kani-kanino.
Yes, yun din.
Yeah.
But speaking of mag-asawa, one of I think na malaking topic about marrying an AFAM is sinasabi nila kapag gusto ng mga, lalo ng mga Pinay na babae, pag gusto daw mag-asawa ng AFAM, kasi gusto makaangat sa kahirapan.
Yes.
Anong thoughts and prayers mo dyan?
Hindi naman ako umangat. So, kasi lahat ng meron ako ngayon dahil talagang pinaghirapan ko sa trabaho. So, parang iniisip ko, kung applicable ba siya sa akin? No, it's not. Pero nakakadiri lang yon na parang, na iniisip ng mga foreigner, pag nandun ako sa ibang bansa, kasi when I go abroad, syempre, nag-Australian accent ako minsan and everything. They don't really see me as Filipino. So, parang, they're like, oh, okay. Sabi niya, Philippines, they're cheap. Ganyan sila. Sabi ko, excuse me, I'm Filipino, I'm from there, awain ko na sila.
At tingin talaga?
Na parang feeling nila, na parang mail order bride, na feeling nila na yun lang, na kinukuha nila yung mga Pilipino dito para tulungan sila sa bahay, mga ganyan. Yes, parang, for me, it's so insulting. It really annoys me. Kasi parang iniinsulto mo yung pagkatao ko. So parang, and also for me, I could vouch for that. Kasi, nagkasawa ako ng puti. So, parang, ano naman nangyari? Wala. So, of course, syempre, may good things naman na nangyari. Of course, may bad things. Kaya hindi kayo kaya hindi nag-work yung relationship. Pero, hindi ibig sabihin na nag-afam ka, yumamon ka na. That's not true. Do you agree with that?
Yumaman ba ako?
Minsan, talaga na yung puso mo, dun nag-connect sa ibang tao. Di ba? Totoo naman yun.
Hindi siya, guys, yung mga dyan na parang feeling nila parang makaharbat ng foreigner, parang makaangat-angat sa buhay. To be fair, it happens to some people. Lalo na pag siguro yung mga low, talagang kunyari, wala ka talagang yung pamilya mo.
Oo.
Siyempre pa nag-asawa ka ng kahit middle class sa ibang bansa, middle class pa rin yan.
Aangat ka pa rin talaga.
Aangat ka pa rin talaga. So, I think to some people, na applicable naman yon. Pero it's sabihin, hindi it's not one size fits all nga, ika nga.
Oo.
Hindi po, parang wag mo isipin na porket nakapangasawa ka ng, kasi ako syempre we're based here.
Tsaka my mom, I'm the product of my mother and father. We were kind of lucky na kahit papaano na my mom and my dad had 4 kids. We were all private school. We were taken care of 3 times a meal. We have a house. Pero hindi ibig sabihin mayaman yung tatay ko. He had to provide and he knew, kasi yung panahon dati, alam nila yung responsibilidad nila sa pamilya eh. So, nung nag-anak sila, alam nila na yun ang kailangan nilang ibigay sa'yo.
True.
Pero my father wasn't like, bawling. No. Pero he was able to provide for us. So parang, bakit mo sasabihin na mayaman lahat ng foreigner? Hindi naman lahat ng AFAM mayaman eh. Minsan gusto lang talaga nilang makatikim ng kakaibang itsura, ng kakaibang flavor of the month or flavor of their whole lives.
Pero feeling mo ba yung mga AFAM ang tingin sa mga Pinay gold diggers? Based on experience, I don't know.
Yes. I really feel that's what they think. Especially sa European country. When you are in Europe, when you hear an Asian person marrying, their family, they think na kukunin mo yung pera nila. Sabi ko nga, sana nga may pera eh. Wala namang pera. Ang dami pang salita. Yung nakakainis, di ba? Sana may totoong gold to dig. Wala ka namang gold, arte-arte mo pa. Che, nakakainis, di ba? Ayun ang ayaw ko eh.
I love you! Oh my God! So, such an Aries. You're such an Aries. I love it.
What's your
guess? You will never guess.
Taurus? No.
You will never guess. I don't look like my sun.
Sagittarius. Gemini. Oh my God, I don't
You will
know.
never guess. I don't look like my sun sign.
Yeah nga eh.
I'm Cancer.
Cancer?
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Pero my rising kasi is Leo. That's why I have this kind of outward persona. Pero I'm really Cancer.
Pero yun nga, doon ako nababad trip lang. So parang sa akin lang, minsan nga mas mayaman pa yung Pilipinas sa'yo eh.
Oo naman.
My gosh!
Maraming time. Tsaka minsan talaga, hindi naman yung sa kagustuhan ng mga ibang tao na makapangasawa ng AFAM, parang nakapangit pa ng buhay nila. Kasi yun yung focus mo eh. Instead na iniisip mo na gusto mo makapangasawa ng mabait na lalaki, yung magiging yung compatible kayo, i-target mo agad foreigner. Parang hindi ata tama yun.
Hindi tama yun. Parang ako nga iniisip ko parang siguro nakaarma ako sa mga binasted kong Pilipino. Kaya binigyan ako ng mga ganitong lalaki.
Pero question, kasi hindi nga ako nag-career ng Pinoy na jowa, 'di ba? Ano ba ang kaibahan ng pagroromansa, pagmamahal, panliligaw, or yung atake ng mga Pinoy sa mga foreigner?
In fairness, okay ang mga Pilipino.
Sabi nga nila.
Okay. Pero ako kasi isa lang yung sa akin eh. Sa akin lang masasabi ko okay sila kasi sweet sila. Sabihin nila kung anong kailan gusto mong pagkain. Yung mga small things na hindi iniisip ng mga puti kasi wala naman silang pakialam. Tatanungin lang nila sa'yo, you had a good day, okay. Ang Pilipino, tatanungin nila, ano mong gustong mong kainin? It's very specific. Napagod ka ba? Mga ganyan. Parang okay. Nung time na yun, hindi ko siya bet. Sayang nga eh. Siguro kung yun pa yung kinuha ko, mais-ayos pa yung buhay ko eh, umaman pa ako.
It's never too late.
Kaya lang nga wala na.
Pa.
Kaya siguro naghahanap yung mga Pilipina ng AFAM. It is because pag 30 years old na sila pataas, parang nahihirapan na sila makipagrelasyon dito sa Pilipinas. It is so true.
I agree.
And this is it's really from my experience na parang yung value mo nawala na. And that's why yung mga Pilipina nating mga kababayan natin, it's easier for them to go abroad at maghanap sila ng partner doon. Kasi doon kahit 30, 40, 50 years old ka pa, kung single ka, you can still find love. And I really believe, no? Baka siguro there is still a percentage here na would prove me wrong. I really think that's why Filipina girls are looking for love elsewhere. It's because pag 30 years old ka na, wala ka ng value dito.
Let us know on the comments.
Yes.
Anong thoughts and ano nyo dyan? Kasi ako, I agree with that in a sense na may friends who are in their 30s, hirap na talaga makahanap ng lalaki.
Yes.
Kaya doon na sila na parang, mag-a-affirm na lang talaga ako. Parang more chances of winning pa ako.
Parang doon yung chance parang kahit tanungin nila na, 30 o let's say meron pa nga akong kaibigan na 40 years old. Meron pa akong 45. Nakakapag-date pa siya.
Pero mga bata, mas bata.
Ang gwapo! Ang gwapo! Pero, ikaw 45 ka, maghahanap ka ng Filipino na ganyan.
Oh, yes.
Baka laiting ka pa ng buong
angkan.
My God! Hindi ka pa lumalabas ng bahay mo na ano ka na, yung tinawagan ka na ay, nako, albularyo na natin itong babaeng tumamatay na siya. I really believe in that. And
yes,
I think that's why people are looking love elsewhere.
Yes, I agree. And with yung mga friends ko nga na, ako sabi ko if I didn't get married, the time that I got married, siguro hindi na ako nag-asawa.
Yeah.
Mahirap yung pag kunyari mas tumatalino ka na. Parang ayaw mo rin ng mga bobong mapangasawa eh. To be honest,
tsaka
diba?
unang-una, pag matalino na kasi yung babae, ayaw na ng lalaki.
Yun.
Ayaw na nga. Kasi napapagod sila sa'yo kasi aawahin mo sila. So mas gusto nila yung mga babae na kaya nilang kontrolin. So, pag medyo matanda na, kasi pag 30, may utak na yan eh. Hindi mo na yan pwede. Pwede mo pa i-mold yan. India, worse. India kasi, you really have to be in the social norms. Kasi kailangan irespeto mo lahat ng buong pamilya. Sometimes your opinion doesn't exist. You have to talk to them and then sabihin mo muna yun, okay lang ba sa kanila? Then pag okay sa kanila, then your opinion can be in the table. Pero kung close-minded yung kausap mo, it's not about the family I had or I have, but it's about the people I hang out there. Kasi nag-aral ako dun eh. Dun parang, it's very hard to open your own opinion. Kasi nga,
Talaga?
ang babae kasi dun, still, syempre ngayon, it's new now, it's 2025.
Yeah.
Pero doon, you have to be still submissive to your family and to your husband.
I think with a lot of Asian cultures din pa din naman.
Yeah.
I think with a lot of Asian
Pero
cultures.
sa Australia, naku, ang babae, ang ano, parang, ano kayo, same kayo.
Yeah.
Parang kung anong sasabihin mo sa akin, sasabihin ko din sa'yo. And I think that's why Filipina women are so over it. Na siguro they've been so controlled their whole lives. And they're like, you know what, mag-a-affirm na lang ako para kung anong gusto ko, yun yung masusunod. I think so sometimes.
Alam mo, ang hindi alam ng mga alat na mga tao, pag nakapangasawa ka ng AFAM, pwede ka mag-divorce. FYI.
Yes.
Yes. So, technically, if you get married to a foreigner, may divorce siya.
Yes. I-file mo lang sa bansa nila.
Yes. Or kung, ganun ba? Hindi ko alam yung legalities eh. Pero parang, basta ako, I know I can get divorced with my husband. I'm not saying I'm not gonna get divorced with him. Pero I'm just saying, it's something that people don't know about.
Especially, mas maganda nga yung hindi kayo kinasal sa Pilipinas. Parang ako, hindi kinasal sa Pilipinas.
Hindi ka ba kinasal sa Pilipinas?
Ibang bansa. Kaya it's parang mas madali.
More AFAM stories po sa pagbabalik ng Think Talk Tea. Now, speaking of AFAM, you are on a new show on iWant called AFAM Wives Club.
Yes.
And it's airing starting on November 11. Pero dahil syempre iWant to, it's gonna be there naman, di ba?
Yes.
Ano ang pwedeng abangan ng mga tao sa show na to? And can you please tell us more about it?
So, there is 4 main casts in this show. It's Natalie Hart, Marie Fowler.
Marie Fowler na kapatid ni
Tony Fowler. Si Kaylin Trajano, she's a beauty queen. She's a trans woman. And also, I have to check. Si Julia Chu.
Okay, Julia Chu.
She's a lawyer. So, she's not a showbiz person, pero she is also the main cast because she is married to a foreigner. AFAM. Tapos, the story, the AFAM Wives Club, we talk about all the experiences na meron sila sa asawa nila or katulad ko na kung ano yung na-experience ko sa past relationships ko. And parang there's drama, there is mga away. I think sa akin kasi hindi talaga, I'm not really confrontational. Ayoko nakikipag-away. So sa akin siguro, it was actually the first time I even showed my daughter to the public. I never show my daughter, siguro picture lang. Pero yung dadaling ko yung anak ko, hindi ko ginagawa yun. Kasi I feel like it's her right to be who she is and dapat choice niya yun eh. Pagbata yan, wala naman choice yun kasi wala namang alam yan eh. Parang first time ko dinala ko, iniisip ko nga, tama ba yung ginawa ko na dinala ko yung anak ko. Pero the show is about family and how do you deal with being a mother in my part, being a mother, being a single woman, and navigating through life about how, it molded me being in this relationship. Kasi ang hirap nun eh, na parang, at saka hindi nila alam na parang pag ikaw nakaapangasawa ng AFAM, ang hirap mag-adjust sa ugali nila. Akala nila, sinuwerte ka na agad-agad na wow, living princess ka na. Hindi! Minsan nga mas mahirap pa to be with them kaysa maghanap ka ng kasing kababayan mo eh. So parang this show shows everything, the real and the ugly. And and also the beauty. And the beauty kasi hindi naman pangit lang yun eh. Minsan may maganda din. Like for me,
may relationship.
Yes, and for me the beauty about it is I have a beautiful child.
Oh yes.
And that for me is of all of this, ang ganda ng anak ko, ganda yung buhay ko even though yes, single mother ka, it's still a great life. You know, people would think na, wow, sayang ka. No, I love my life. I love being a mother. I love being a workaholic mother, you know? And then it's a beautiful um, journey that I'm going through. And papakita ko yan sa show na yan. And then for them, si Mari also is pregnant. She's
Si
about
Mari, di ba yun? Siyempre, may anong pangalan nung nila, vlog nila?
Toro Family.
Sa Toro Family kasi, di ba, pinakayalan niya dun yung American na bata
Yeah.
na nakabuntis sa kanya.
10 years difference sila noon.
10 years ba?
10 years difference
Feeling
sila.
ko more.
Sorry,
Kasi parang 20 plus lang yung bata eh.
23 na yung bata.
Si Mari, mas matanda.
35.
35. Okay.
So,
Mga 12 years.
yes. Tapos, doon manganganak na si Mary is like about to pop out and we're still shooting. And it's really funny kasi every character is so different. And also Kaylin, she's representing the trans woman in the country and how, syempre LGBTQ yun, community. Syempre ang hirap to be a trans woman, the transition, to be called that, you are now a woman and going through and navigating with a partner.
Yes.
Siya din, na parang gano'n, na parang she's
Kasi partner niya rin puti.
puti.
White guy.
And then also the other girl na may asawa na lawyer that they met abroad. So parang we talk about all of that and it's really gonna be interesting kasi iisipin mo, gusto ko ba magkaroon ng AFAM na boyfriend? O ganito yung mangyayari sa akin.
So, bali pag napanood nila tong AFAM Wives Club, magkakaroon sila ng reality check.
Yes! Na gusto ko ba talaga to or maghanap na lang ako dito sa bansa ko?
Pero ikaw, dun sa show, kasi dun sa trailer, may mga may mga lalaki
Oh my
diba?
God! Oh my God!
So,
Oo.
sino yung nagde-date with these guys?
Tinapunan nila ako the show, parang bachelorette yung nangyayari. Na parang, wala akong na kinita talaga doon, na parang papakilala lang nila sa akin, tapos mag-uusap kami kung gusto ko ba. Pero, out of all, talagang, ayoko! Yak! Ayoko niyan! Ano ba yan? Tsaka! Walang pera! Ano yan? Kaya niyo ba mapakain yung anak ko? Wag na lang! Uwi na ako! Mga ganon! Ganon yung mga nangyayari. So, for people kasi, I am very vocal, I'm very public, pero I would never, this is the first time that I will be very public of my life, na parang, even yung parang, you're so beautiful. Yung
Sinasabi sa'yo?
Oo.
Totoo naman, maganda ka naman
Hindi,
talaga.
parang yung mga binobola ako. Sabi ko, yung mata ko, Day, mas matanda pa ako sa'yo. Tatatapunan nila ako ng napakabata. Sabi ko, ayoko naman maging cougar, Day. Kakadiri. Pwede bang bigyan nyo naman ako ng kasing edad ko? Ang hirap nga makahanap ng isang kasing edad ko.
Hindi marami naman. Ilang taong ka
I'm
lang
33.
marami naman older. Ang tanong, single ba sila?
Ayan nga. Baka my God. Pang ilang asawa ka pa. Parang wag na lang. Nako, Diyos ko doon.
Marami ka baka alaga ang ibang anak.
Oh my God. Pwede naman. If the price is right. Joke lang.
Kung prinsipe.
Ready na po ako. Kukunin ko na lahat yung gamit ko. Wait lang.
Go.
Pero hindi, I'm joking. It's really not about money. Kasi kung pera lang yung gusto ko talaga, dapat kinuha ko na yun nung kabataan ko.
Totoo.
Sometimes, you really just go for a relationship dahil mahal mo rin.
Oo naman.
Oo.
Naman. Pero for those na nagre-relasyon na hindi mahal pero dahil sa economic no judgment.
Go for it.
Go for it. Di ba kanya ngayon lang you live once.
Oo.
So, galingan mo na kung anong gusto mong diskarte sa buhay. Kasi ako personally, I feel bad for people na judge kasi nga parang nag-asawa dahil nga mas mayaman, ganon.
And?
Ano naman.
Nang gusto niya
Diba?
Kaysa naman kumuha ka ng walang kwenta, aanakan ka, tapos hindi ka pa susuportahan, kumuha ka na lang may bakinabang.
Diba, lahat naman ng mga tipong, kunyari, in love, tapos nanganak, tapos hindi naman nasustenton or whatever. Tanungin mo siya. Anong choice mo? Mas gusto mo ba yung may support?
Lalo na ngayon, na nagkaanak na sila, na naghirap sila, iisipin nila, sana ginawa ko na lang yun.
Yes,
Diba?
exactly. Kaya no judgment. Even if you feel na parang gusto ko mag-asawa ng AFAM para makaangat sa buhay, you do you.
Ang masasabi ko lang, ako pa ang magdadrive pa kita. Tawagan mo lang ako, Natalie, ito na. Wait sis, papatulog muna ako ng anak. Anong oras? Okay, sundan na kita. Diba? I believe na kung sino aangat, yung kababayan ko na.
Ay, oo. Para makaangat-angat talaga.
Oo.
Isa na namang Pinay ang nakaangat sa buhay.
Oh, correct. Kung makikitulong ako, Pilipina na.
True.
Wag na yung
I
babaeng yan sa ibang bansa. Tayo na, day.
I agree,
Diba?
I agree, I agree.
So, they will know everything about this show. Na talagang exciting talaga siya.
Correct. And how many episodes can they expect from the show?
3 months, I think, yung
Oh my
show
gosh,
namin.
hanggang next year.
January, I think.
Hanggang next year.
Yes.
So it airs how often? Every
I think, I'm
Every-
not really sure, but I think
once a week.
once a week.
Once a week. Basta I want. Sa I want nila
Yeah.
ito mapapanood.
Mm-mm.
Wow. So I'm looking. I think I'm gonna be watching it as someone who is married to an
Ako ay parang
AFAM.
ayoko panoorin kasi natatakot ako sa mga sinabi ko. Kasi yung bunganga ko minsan, it really has no filter.
But that's what we love about you. It's the first time I met her. It doesn't look like it's the first time I met you,
Yeah.
right? I love you. She's so beautiful. Pero
No.
para yung alam mo, yung tipong wala talagang filter. I love it. Kasi a
Yeah.
lot of showbiz people, yung tipong
Nakakapagod.
pigil na pigil sila na
Yeah.
parang di naman talaga ikaw yan, sis.
No, but I think siguro they're not open to tell who they are kasi parang syempre they're protecting a certain
Their image.
And I really respect that as well. Pero sa akin kasi wala naman akong image, itatago pa. Parang everything happened to me already. Bakit pa ako magtatago? Nothing to hide. And I think people would love you for who you are, I think.
I agree, I
Kung
agree.
totoo kang tao o hindi. Kasi even though people won't like you, as long na wala kang ginagawang masama and you know, you're being real, I think people would respect you more.
I
Dahil
agree.
peke ka lagi. Nakakapagod yun eh. Parang iisipin mo, tama ba yung sinabi ko? Pag totoo ka, oo, medyo mali yung sinabi ko, but it is the real thing. So, pasensya na lang. So, sorry ka na lang. Pasensya na, sisa.
Tsaka, 2025 na, magpaka-authentic na tayo sa buhay natin.
Ay, ganun ba
Di
yun?
Lalo na kapag papakita mo sarili mo in public, doon na tayo sa, kasi mamamatay din naman tayong lahat.
That's true.
Diba?
Sana naman magbukas.
Bukas, pero I mean, eventually, di ba?
Parang wag naman bukas. Sana lumabas pa tong show. Yung na to, mag-airy pa bago ko mamatay, sis.
Love you! Oh my God. So, please, guys, make sure to watch A Fam Wives Club. This is directed by...
Siyempre, Direct Rod. And siyempre, our producer is Project 8. Director Antoinette.
Yes,
Yeah.
Hadaone. And JP Habak, right?
JP! Sorry, sir!
JP is the director.
JP! Oh my God! Sorry, also Direct Rod. Yeah.
Kasi puro lahat sila director.
Lahat sila director.
So, lahat sila direct technically. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so
Showrunner is si Rod.
Yes!
And then si Antoinette. I hope to meet them soon. I haven't met them yet but I hope we can have them here on Think Talk Tea in the
Yes,
future.
that would be great. Even we're gonna be having a red carpet. I would love to invite you.
Oh
if
my
that's
God, yes,
okay.
please let me know if I'm in the Philippines.
Yes, sana. I
When-
think that
when-
will
when-
be November, I think 14. Wala ka dito. Oh, it's okay.
It's fine. But at least I will definitely be supporting the show and I hope our viewers too, lalo na pag nag-enjoy kayo sa usapan namin, promise mag-enjoy kayo sa show
Mas
na to.
malala.
Di ba? Oh, please, promise. And of course, Nat, before we end, this on Think Talk Tea, this is what we call the manifestation table.
Okay.
As long as you believe it, it's gonna happen.
Okay.
Medyo scary siya kasi it really does happen.
Okay.
Is there anything in your life that you want to manifest, become real? Any vision, goal that you want to become truth? What is it?
Siguro I want to be financially stable for my daughter in maybe next year. Siguro, wag na ako tumagalaw in 5 years. Siguro, in about 2 years, I can, mabilihan ko yung anak ko ng something. Or that's it. Kasi sa akin yung pagre-relasyon, parang graduate na ako dyan eh. Sa akin na lang talaga, maalagaan ko lang yung anak ko. Masaya na ako. And I think that's it. Siguro if I really wanted to something is, if I hope I can provide really well for my daughter for the rest of her life. Yun. I think that's not so much to us. But it is a lot to us.
You can ask a lot. The universe doesn't scrimp.
Mhm.
You can ask as much as you want.
Yeah.
It will be given to you as long as you believe it. Trust me on
I
that.
really believe na kung ano man yung hindi ko nakuha nung kabataan ko, gusto ko ibigay sa anak ko.
Kayang-kaya.
Yes, that's it.
Kayang-kaya. And how do you see yourself 5 years from now?
5 years from now, I would really would want to be more successful. hopefully.
Like as showbiz personality?
Siguro business-wise, because I have plans for next year. Pero yun lang. Like, I really want to be successful. Not naman successful to be a billionaire, millionaire, whatever, but for me to be able to have a good life.
You don't think you're having a good life now?
I have a great life right now. Very lucky, very stable. But parang sa akin lang siguro yung I want to be self-sufficient, that I don't need anybody. Yun lang siguro.
Good. And what is your message?
Like you, di ba? Mga empowered woman eh. Parang it's nice to be able to not expect anything from anyone. Parang the more that you can take care of yourself, I think the universe would really throw the best thing for you.
You know, I had a prayer recently. My prayer is I actually don't mind taking care of people. I would love to take care of everyone. Just as long as universe, please do not support me on this. Gets mo yun? Yung parang willing ako magtrabaho, willing ako mag-alaga sa mga tao, but please, kailangan mo akong bigyan.
Yes.
Diba? Kasi hindi naman ako madamot eh.
Kasi kahit maganda na yung buhay ko ngayon, hindi mo malalaman in the next 5 years, biglang nawala pala lahat yun.
Yes.
Sana i-maintain mo lang God.
Yes.
Yung ganun lang yung sa akin.
Para dire-diretso lang yung biyaya, para dire-diretso rin yung pagtulong. Kasi I really don't mind. So, medyo nangyari siya recently. Sabi ko, shit, parang natuloy yung ano ko. Pero I mean, in a smaller scale, but I mean, moving forward, that's really just one of my wishes na parang, kasi wala na akong goals eh, Natalie.
Success lang. Yun lang.
Success is very subjective.
That's true.
It's very subjective, right?
Successful ka sa asawa, sa anak. Pero
diba? It's very subjective. But
siguro
I mean,
health na lang. Wow!
Even like financially, diba? Like, okay naman ako mag-alaga sa mga tao, babigyan ko ng trabaho, walang problema. Willing talaga. Basta, may bibigay ka rin sa akin.
Tama.
Kasi kung pupulutin yun, diba? So, dapat dire-diretso lang universe. God, dire-diretso lang ang pagbigay
dapat
mo sa akin.
Dapat bilog ang mundo. Paikot-ikot lang.
Yes. Gamitin mo ako. Use me as to funnel your blessings to other people. That's really my dream. And for you, what
for you? What would you be? What for you? What is your what do you
What do I
want to
manifest? Okay, so for me, I've said it many times here. I think I just said it even last week. So not many, not all, but one of the is gusto ko talaga yung Think Talk Tea to reach as many eyes, souls as possible.
That's sweet.
Because I feel like our show has value.
Of course.
And I feel like people get something out. Even if, kung matawa, maiyak, matuto, whatever, I think it has value. And every time I know that every time that somebody watches it, our frequency is absorbed by them.
Yes.
So I know that it helps them. And I work with Archangel Michael on this show. So I know that it is divinely blessed.
Mm-hmm.
So I just really wish that we'd have like more viewers, more followers. I have no
expectation. And more support
more people to be able to know about this and to know the stories of people like you.
Yes.
Kasi I got this recently lang, last week, I had this somebody comment to me. I think minessage na ako personally, sabi niya, I don't really message people that I don't even know personally, but I just want you to know na parang your show, yung mga taong hindi namin kilala at hindi namin alam na may mga storya pala silang ganon. Nabibigyan ng pagkakataon na malaman namin at ma-inspire kami sa story nila.
Yes.
And I think I was very touched with that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, what's your message for our viewers?
Kung may masabi akong masama, pasensya na ha. Ganun na lang. Mabilis agad eh, no? Para pasensya na ha, kasi walang filter si Inday. But thank you so much, and I hope you guys can watch our show. And follow me on social media. I'm Natalie Hart, and that's it.
So not on social media, Natalie Hart lang.
I'm Natalie Hart.
I am Natalie Hart.
Yeah.
I'm Natalie Hart. And with that, Princess Nell.
Yes.
Good luck on your show. I wish you well. We will be supporting. We will be promoting.
Yes.
And I'm super excited to see you on your I Want show. Thank you so much to everyone who watched, and we'll see you guys again next week. Bye.
Bye.